And then the last like half hour, 20 to 30 minutes is sound. So I have a sound practitioner. His name's Brady. He comes and he does like all his drums. He has a harmonica. He has an iPad that he like is looping things and making this whole thing just like live in front of you. So it's really cool. So that's tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m. here in this space. It's 7:15 to 9, and it's $30 per person. You can sign up through the local co-op if you want. If you just want to show up, that's fine too. And then most of you are aware of this, but I'm headed off to Ireland on Saturday, and I have my Ireland retreat there first, and then we're going straight to Spain and doing our Spain retreat. So I won't be back. I'll teach this morning and my class tonight, and then that emerge class tomorrow, and then I'm gone until the 14th of July. So sorry I'll be gone so long. I hate when I'm gone so long, but this class will be subbed by Victoria all Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then if you have any questions on who's subbing my other classes, feel free to ask. Anything that's all? Any question? Okay, let's just practice then. So go ahead and just find a comfortable seat if you're not there already. And if you want to move your physical body just a little bit, feel free. So I sometimes like to just get a little physical feedback before I settle into stillness. So as you are ready, just close your eyes, find stillness in your body. And we're never completely still. There's always something happening, some sort of movement happening, even on the inside. But see if you can really just slow down. So everything slows down so much that you start to notice more. So start to just feel the simple rise and fall of your breath. Any sensations, whether they're physical, energetic, or emotional. Notice any sensations that are there for you this morning. So what have you brought with you to class? How have you showed up on your mat? You can even watch your thoughts as they come and go. So rather than attaching to your thoughts, wandering off with them, getting distracted by them, just watch them, just unattach, just be the witness. And take everything that you notice, take it all in just as information. So not judging, not reacting, but just allowing and observing. And then as you become more present, more aware, as you connect more to your breath, take a great big inhale. So next time you breathe in, just fill up as big as you can. Maybe even take an extra sip. So when you think you're full, see if there's just a little bit more you can sip in. And then open your mouth and big sigh, let it go. Ah. Very nice. Do that a couple more times. So big, huge inhale. Visualize your breath moving into every little space inside of your body. And then big sigh, release, let it go. Ah. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning. So like you're waking up your insides with this great, big, deep breath. Pause, let it circulate around. And then open mouth, sigh, release. Very nice. Go ahead and connect now to your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And as you connect to your breath, you can stay in your seat and maybe just explore a little bit of movement again from your seat. But whenever you're ready, come forward to hands and knees. Find a tabletop position and start to move around from there. So you guys know the drill, either cat-cows. It's a great place to begin, just flexion and extension of your spine. And then start to feel around a little bit more, get a little more creative, intuitive. So let go of anything that feels prescribed or anything that feels just like a habit, and see if you can move from your felt senses in this moment. So put your awareness in your spine. Put your awareness in your hips or your shoulders or even your hands, your fingers. And just notice what's there. If it helps, close your eyes to get out of your head. So if that voice that says, do I look weird? How does everybody else look? Am I doing this right? If that voice is loud, close your eyes and see if you can go inward. See if you can feel just a little bit more, think just a little bit less. I would say take a few more rounds, so 4 or 5 more breaths, moving in your own way. And then eventually, downward facing dog is where we'll all meet up. So you can start transitioning back whenever you're ready. And if you want to move through a vinyasa to get there, if you want to take a hovering tabletop with your knees hovering just an inch or so above the ground, find your strength first and then slowly take your hips back and up. Lots of ways to transition. So see if you can be curious, not just about the poses, but even your transitions between poses. Once you're back in down dog, keep feeling around. So keep moving and exploring in your own way. Maybe you want to pedal out your heels. Maybe you want to shift your weight from side to side. Give your head a little shake, yes or no. Sometimes I like to take my feet out really wide to the width of my mat and kind of transfer my weight on the diagonal. So as I press into my right hand, I'll press back through my left heel and move my hips to the left. And then switch it up. And I have just passed out little consent coasters. So I said this on Tuesday, I'm trying to get back into the practice of giving physical adjustments. Really stopped doing that during COVID. So right now it says no thank you. You can leave it there, or if you would like, or if you're open to physical adjustments, physical touch, feel free to turn your coaster over and feel free to change your mind at any time. Back in your down dog, take about 2, maybe 3 more breaths. So feel the support of your breath in your dog pose. Each inhale creates a sense of lightness or buoyancy. Each exhale connects you back to center. So at the bottom of each exhale, feel that navel to spine connection and almost feel like you're being lifted up from your center, out of your hands, out of your wrists. You guys look awesome. Take one more big inhalation into your dog pose. And then with your exhale, gaze to the top of your space and however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, just hang out in your fold for a moment. If you want to take a rag doll, grab opposite elbows, kind of bounce or sway or bob. Maybe you want to leave your fingertips on the ground, crawl your hands to one side and then the other. So just be in your fold and feel what's there. Try not to rock back into your heels, but instead your weight is just slightly forward. So more in your toes and the balls of your feet. And use your core strength to lift your hips as high as you can. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground, and big spacious breaths into your back body. Even imagine your breath moving down the backs of your legs. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. You might exhale out your mouth or even take horse lips, buzz your lips. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the ground. Get all the rounding out of your back. Very nice. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. So really stick your butt out behind you. Reach the top of your head forward. So squeeze your shoulder blades. Yeah, just like that. Exhale, fold, let it go. And then this time, come through your halfway lift and take it all the way up to stand. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart center. For just a moment, flow with your breath. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive, traction out your spine. Feel your body move through space. Beautiful. Halfway lift position. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Refold all the way to empty in your breath. Press through your feet, lead with your heart, rise up. Arms reach, maybe you gaze up. And hands to heart center. Nice, Heather. Exhale. Let's do that one more time. So much awareness. Inhale, reach up. See if you can keep a neutral spine, neutral pelvis as much as possible. And then exhale, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward all the way down. Then fold. Nice. See halfway lift position. Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe in, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Nice. Press into your feet. Heart leads. Rise. Arms to the sky. Full body stretch. Inhale. And then hands to your heart. Exhale. All right. Inhale. Take your arms up. Interlace your fingers and steeple your index fingers. So press your palms together. Get your arms as long as you can. Squeeze your biceps next to your ears. Take one more inhale and get as tall as you can. Exhale, side body stretch to your right. So imagine a crescent moon shape and try to create that with your body. More weight in your left foot, especially the inner edge of your left foot. Very nice. Good, Celeste. Breathe into your left rib cage and your left waistline. Notice if your arm is in front of your face, pull your bicep next to your ear. Plug your left shoulder into its socket. Take one more round. You guys look great. Inhale back to center, realign. And then as you exhale, other side, think up and then over. So feel the strength in your left side abdominals, your oblique muscles, as you stretch your right side. Little more weight in your right foot, nice Mason. Keep your right shoulder back and down. And then reach through your index fingers. See if there's any more space you can create with your big deep breath. Last round. Nice, Cam, back to center, inhale. And then as you exhale, let go, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers here. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades, squeeze your spine. If your tendency is to lock out your elbows, bend your elbows, press your palms together, and imagine your elbows are magnetized, squeeze them towards each other as well. And then see if you can start to reach your hands back away from your body. Maybe it's a little, maybe it's a lot. Final option, add just a little back bend. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Try not to let your head just collapse back, but extend back, strengthen the sides of your neck. Take one more big inhale, pop up into your chest. Nice work. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Try to keep your weight just ever so slightly forward. And then see if you can lift your butt higher. See if you can reach your knuckles higher, possibly even start to reach them forward. Nice work, friends. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, hands to your low back, release your clasp, nice and easy. Let your arms hang. You can give them a little shake out. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. We're gonna get right into it. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or if you want to bring your right knee down, absolutely fine with me. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, lift your hips as high as you can. So think of that crescent moon shape again. Same thing. Maybe reach your left arm forward, lengthen your left side, maybe even float your left leg up. As you float your left leg up, see if you can lift your hips just a little tiny bit higher. Take one more big inhale. Nice work. Exhale slowly back to plank or modified plank. Take an inhale at the top, push the ground away, rock forward onto your tippy toes, and then exhale to slowly lower down. Very nice. Find Spider-Man Cobra. So hands out really wide, up on your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, nice, Tina, take a little twist to your right, left shoulder dips down. Good, Jane. Inhale back to center. Lift your heart, little tone in your low belly. Exhale, other side, twist. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, let it go. Rise up just to hands and knees, tabletop position. So in your tabletop, seems like it's a pretty simple pose, but there's actually a lot going on. Spread your fingers, push the ground away with your hands. So feel your shoulders and even your pectoral muscles get strong. And then notice if your belly's just kind of dropping, draw your belly button in and up. So it almost feels like you're puffing up through your low back. Keep all of that and take your right arm forward, left leg back for a spinal balance. So as you reach, you're not going for a smiley face shape, but you're going for a strong straight line. So feel into that. Back of your neck is long, gaze is down, and breath is moving from your fingers all the way back to your heel or your toes. Take one more big inhale, lots of length. And then ever so slowly and smoothly, elbow to knee underneath you, round, hollow out, curl in. Inhale, re-extend, long, strong, and powerful. And like you're moving through honey, exhale, elbow to knee, hollow out, round through your mid back. Inhale, lengthen, nice, Hannah. And then one more time with your exhale, elbow to knee, all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, re-extend. And this time as you exhale, reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt. Lift your heart, so press down into your left fingertips and see if you can lift your heart, gaze forward. Great place to stay or option to grab hold of your foot or your ankle. Once you've got it, gentle leverage to work your pose. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, hug in with your inner thigh. So try not to let your left knee shoot out to the left. Breathe down into your belly. And feel the mobility in your mid and your upper back to open your heart. One last big deep breath. Beautiful, friends. End of your exhale, slowly release. Come back to spinal balance. Inhale. One more time, elbow to knee. Should feel really good now. Counter pose. Inhale, reach. Nice job. Exhale, lower down. Take it back to down dog. And from your down dog, widen your stance, feet about mat width distance apart. You might shorten your stance just the teeniest, tiniest bit, like an inch or so. Take your left hand back to grab the outside of your right ankle. So grab the outside of your ankle if you can. If that's too much, back of your calf or back of your knee. So just as low as you can get on your leg. Keep your right hand rooted firmly, right shoulder strong, and use the leverage of your hand against your leg to work a gentle twist with each exhalation. Keep lifting your sit bones. Nice, Liz. Stay connected to your center. And keep breathing. Work your twist with your breath. So every exhale, that's your invitation. Twist just a little further from the inside. Take one more full round. Really nice, you guys. End of your exhalation. Nice, Emma. Bring your left hand back to the ground and just kind of take a moment to adjust regular down dog. So you can adjust your legs. You can walk out your dog. And then inhale your right leg to the sky. Square off your hips, so inner thighs face each other. Make your right leg straight, strong, and powerful. So I don't care about height, go for length and strength. So if I came over and tried to press your right leg down, it would not even move. There's so much strength there. Take one more big inhale, press up into your right foot. Very nice. And as you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. High on your back, tippy toes, lift through your waistline. And then exhale like you're stepping over something. Step your right foot forward. Low lunge. Rise up into a crescent lunge. No hurry. Take your time. So front knee over front ankle. High on the ball of your back foot, and the stability in this pose comes by hugging towards midline. So imagine you're trying to pull your front hip back and your back hip forward. Your inner thighs are hugging in. And there's a little tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals. So navel to spine connection, and you feel support. You feel length in your low back. Heart is lifted. Maybe your gaze is even lifted. So your upper body, that's your unique expression in this moment. Feel it. Breathe into it all the way up into your fingers. Take one more inhale. Beautiful poses. Exhale, bring your hands down to your front thigh and kind of lean forward. We're getting ready for warrior 3. So root into your front foot, hug in with your inner thighs, and whenever you're ready, back foot floats off the ground. Think of a halfway lift in your upper body, and then your back leg parallel to the earth. Stay where you're at or take your right arm forward. So right arm forward, left leg back. Stay here or take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, right elbow, left knee. Same thing we just did on our hands and our knees. Now you're balanced on one foot. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, slow-mo, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out. Use your core, use your breath. Inhale, reach. You've got it. One more time. Be playful. If you fall out, no big deal. That's why we're here. Inhale, re-extend. I'm going to give you the option, either move into a standing split or option for twisted dancer. If you want to go further, bend your left knee, heel towards your butt, reach your right arm back. See if you can grab hold of your foot. Once you've got it, kick and pull. Maybe your left arm reaches forward and slightly up. Hug in with your inner thighs. Yay, if people are trying it. Lift your heart. Big deep breaths wherever you've chosen to be. Last round. You guys are awesome. And then however you want to get there, just nice and easy. Forward fold, top of your yoga mat. So release your foot. Yeah, maybe standing splits for just a moment and then step down. And give your right leg a little shake out. Maybe pedal out your heels, just like you would do in down dog. Very nice, friends. Reconnect to your slow, deep breaths. Next time you inhale, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Roots through your feet and rise. Big full body stretch. Inhale. And exhale, reconnect to you, hands to heart. All right, for just a moment, breath to movement. Inhale, reach up, interlace your fingers, steeple index. Exhale, upper body goes right, hips go left, all the way to emptiness. Back to center, realign, re-lengthen. Keep everything long as you exhale to the other side, up and over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Lift your heart. Navel to spine to protect your low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And slow dive. Exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause in your plank. Vashisthasana, side plank. This time, left hand is your foundation. So roll to the baby toe edge of left foot, or if you feel so inclined, left knee can come down, no big deal. Yes, hips are high. Awesome, Chris. So rather than feeling like your hips weigh 1,000,000 pounds and letting them sink down, lift your hips as high as you can. Feel your left side abdominals engage. Maybe you want to reach your right arm forward. Maybe you want to float your right leg up. Maybe there's a leg variation you want to take. Nice, Emma. Take one more huge inhale, your fullest expression. Exhale, plank or modified plank. So knees can come down if you'd like. Inhale to push the ground away, little rock forward onto your tippy toes. And then exhale to slowly lower. Beautiful. Find a back bend variation of your choice this time. So maybe you want to take Spider-Man Cobra again. Maybe Sphinx, Baby Cobra, Up Dog. And then for just a moment, sit back into a child's pose, take a rest. Slow, deep breaths. Breathe into your low back, your low belly, your hips, and your pelvis. Good. And if you want, great big open mouth sigh. Meet up on your hands and your knees, tabletop. So remember, lots going on. If you pay attention, spread your fingers, push into the ground, draw your belly button in and up. So already you feel really strong and stable here. Nice, so let's keep that. Left arm forward, right leg back, spinal balance. So hips are square, other right leg, Liz. Hips are square, and your back foot is stomping onto an invisible wall behind you. So make your back leg strong. As you reach forward, it's like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Palm faces in, thumb faces up. Take one more big inhale. Slow motion, elbow to knee, move smoothly all the way to empty. And then inhale, re-extend. Very nice. Again, just like that, elbow to knee, like you're moving through molasses. Good. Inhale, reach, long, strong, and powerful. Last one, exhale, all the way to empty, run through your mid-back. Inhale, re-extend. And now moving towards your half bow, left arm back, bend your right knee, lift your heart, press down through your right fingertips. You can stay here, just reach for your leg, or if you can grab hold, go for it. Once you've got it, use gentle leverage to get a little bit deeper. So hug in with your inner thighs, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Awesome, Cam. Beautiful. Lift your heart, breathe down into your belly. So can you still feel your belly expand with your breath? One last round. Beautiful, Carly. End of your exhale, slowly let go, re-extend. Find neutral spine here as you inhale. And then one more time, spinal flexion, curl in, should feel nice. Inhale, reach, and let it go. Tabletop position. Back to downward facing dog. And from your down dog, I know your right wrist is feeling it, so come off your right hand. Adjust your legs however you need to. Take your feet out wide, maybe a little closer to your hands, and then right hand reaches back to grab outside of left ankle. If ankle is too much, outside of calf or knee is just fine. Stay really strong and rooted through your left hand, left shoulder, and use the leverage of your hand against your leg to gently work your twist with each exhale. Very nice, you guys. Couple more rounds of breath. Yeah, gaze underneath your left armpit. And very end of your next exhalation, release. Take a moment to adjust. So adjust your feet, maybe just walk it out for a moment. Inhale, left leg to the sky. So hips square for this one, inner thighs face each other. I do not care how high your leg is going. I care about length, strength, and power. So make your legs so strong that you feel the front of your left thigh, your quad muscle turn on. Yes. Take one more big inhale, push the ground away and lift from your center. Exhale, left knee to your nose, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift onto your back. Tippy toes, lift through your waistline. And then like you're stepping over something, step forward, low lunge. Yes, very nice. Rise into crescents. No hurry. Stabilize through your legs. So legs are your foundation, upper body, your unique expression. In this moment, feel your breath flowing through. Feel all that strength that you're using here, and then find even a little bit of softness or sweetness. I always say this, but sometimes I just try to smile. We're always so serious in our practice. Maybe just a little smile on your face and see how it feels. If it feels weird, probably a good thing to try smiling more. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, hands to your front thigh, lean forward. So preparing for your balance, root into your front foot, navel to spine. You're connected to your center. As you're ready, float your back foot off the ground. So think of a T shape with your body. Think of a halfway lift with your upper body. Back leg parallel to the earth. Stomp your back foot on an invisible wall. Stay here, or left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back, asymmetrical warrior 3, perfect place to stay. Otherwise, one more inhale. Nice. As you exhale, elbow to knee, move in slow motion, be playful and compassionate. Inhale, re-extend. So if you fall out, no biggie. Exhale again, just like that, elbow to knee. Yes, awesome. Inhale, reach, long, strong, powerful. One more, exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out. Good job, you guys. Inhale, reach. And then you choose. You can go for standing splits, fingertips to the ground, or you can play with your twisted dancer. Left arm reaches back, right knee bends. See if you can find your foot. Once you've got it, hug in with your inner thighs and start to work your pose. Maybe your right arm reaches forward and up. Nice, CC. Yes, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Yes, good job, everybody, wherever you're at. One or two more rounds. Awesome, Carly. And then find your way into a forward fold. If you were in twisted dancer, maybe you want standing splits for just a moment to lengthen. And then you step down. So you choose. Eventually, everyone forward fold, top of your mat. You can shake out your left leg. You can move your hips side to side, pedal out your heels. Ah, nice work. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Find a halfway lift first. Inhale. And then as you exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. So bend your knees, butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. And you can either lift your heels up or press your heels down. It's up to you. Lifting heels will work strength. Pressing heels down will work more ankle flexibility. If you want, you can have fun with balance. Turn it into a toe stand. So squeeze in with your inner heels, inner knees, inner thighs. Point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands up to your heart. Spine long. Wherever you've chosen to be, about 2 or 3 more breaths. Soft face, soft forehead, jaw. And then you guys, from here, I'll give you a few options. You can either plant your hands, step back, move through a vinyasa, or if you want, you can play with crow pose. So plant your hands, work your knees up on your triceps, gaze forward, maybe lift one or both feet off the ground. Focus on lifting your waistline and hugging towards midline. From crow, you can either set your feet down and step back, or if a jump back is in your practice, you want to play with it, feel free. Either move through a vinyasa to find your way back to child's pose, or if you'd rather skip your vinyasa, fine with me. Eventually, everyone in child's pose. Or if there's another resting position you'd rather take, please feel free. And just find your breath. Just feel your body. Notice everything flowing through. Sigh it out your mouth anytime. So if it feels like there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of sensation, there's even a lot of emotion maybe. Big open mouth sigh. Ah, so valuable. in your next couple rounds. So take a couple more just grounding breaths. And then see you back in downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And this time, peel your right hip open. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. So feel your right hip stack on top of your left hip. Feel the opening in the front of your right hip. Stay rooted through both hands and strong through both shoulders. Yeah, take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, right knee, left elbow, or as close as you can come, push the ground away. Inhale back up. You can scorpion your leg, open your hip if you want to. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your right armpit. Get as high as you can. Even bend your elbows. Take a little push up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale back up. Nice job. And then exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step through softly. All right, this time, warrior two. Pivot your back heel down, cartwheel your arms up. So take a moment to settle into your warrior two stance. Feel your front knee tracking open towards your pinky toe. And then try not to let your back hip shoot forward. So you're not trying to square off your hips here at all. You're allowing your hips to open. And you're keeping your pelvis as neutral as possible while you allow your hips to open. Next, inhale, reverse your warrior. So front palm rotates up, reach back. Keep that big, deep bend in your front knee. You can stay here, or this is just an option. Bring your left arm up, interlace your fingers, steeple your index fingers. See if you can create a little more length. So working into your left side body. Yes, breathe into your left rib cage, waistline. Bend your right knee one last round. Good job. Come back to warrior two. Set up for triangle. So straighten your front leg, and you may shorten your stance just a tiny bit, like an inch or so. Reach forward like you're trying to touch the front wall. And as you reach forward, imagine there's a rope attached to your outer left hip and it's pulling back. So pull yourself in opposite directions. Nice, Hannah. And then just your arms change. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. So heart is open, hips are open. Beautiful. You guys look so good. If you feel good in triangles, stay here, explore here. Awesome. Option to work into your balancing half moon if you want to. Bend into your front knee as you reach your right hand forward. Maybe you're using a block under your right hand. Back leg floats up. Strong and powerful through your back leg. If you are in half moon, you want to take Ardha Chandra Chapasana, the bound variation. Go for it. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. So you can let your heart look up a little bit more. Very nice. Nice, Jane. Wherever you have chosen to be, one more deep breath. And then we're going to land in what Core Power calls star pose. I don't really know what it's called. Core Power gave it a name. So you're just going to land with your back foot at the back of your mat, your arms reaching up, both legs straight. You're just taking up space. You're like a star with your body. So get really, really big. Rotate your heels out a bit so your feet are parallel. Take your arms straight up towards the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, wide-legged fold all the way down. And anywhere you want to go for about 5 breaths. So feel free to move if you want to, or just be still. Feel all that movement inside. So slowing down enough to notice more, to be more aware of what's happening inside. Big deep breath. Just like in our regular forward fold, try not to rock back too much into your heels. Weight slightly forward as you reach your butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Last couple breaths. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if you need to. And then walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, you're back in a low lunge. From your low lunge, three-legged dog, take your right leg back and up, open your hip once again. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you, right arm reaches forward, or maybe right hand behind your head. Lift your hips up. Yeah. And imagine your heart's trying to look at the front wall. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Feel all that strength in your back body, opening through your front body. Last big, huge breath. Thanks, Christine. And then come back. Regular down dog. Walk it out. Amazing, you guys. Take a moment to just walk out your dog, to feel, to notice. Let's just flow a little bit before we do all that on the other side. So one more inhale into your down dog. And exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift with your inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Stick your butt out, press back through the tops of your thighs. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, lead with your heart all the way up. Arms reach, stretch your side bodies. Hands to heart, exhale. So breath to movement, just like before. Inhale, reach up, interlace, steeple index. Exhale, over to your right with your upper body. More weight in your left foot, hips go left. Inhale through center, squeeze your biceps next to your ears. Get long, other side with your exhale. All the way to empty. Back to center, inhale. Baby back bend, cactus your arms. Lift your heart, navel to spine. Inhale, realign. See if you can feel neutral. And then exhale, stick your butt out. Heart goes forward as you dive. Halfway lift position, breathe in. And plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa however you want, or skip it all together. See you back in down dog. Nice, Liz. All right, from your dog pose, next inhalation, left leg high. Now try not to move through your hands or your shoulders as you peel your left hip open. So bend your knee, reach it out to the left, up towards the ceiling. It's like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. Just let it swing open. Active through your left foot. See if you can lift your left knee a tiny bit higher. Take one more in breath. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. So across your body, push the ground away. Inhale, back up. Option to open your hip if you want. You choose, and then left to left. Aim high. Add a push up if you want. Don't let your butt drop down. Nice work. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, soft as you can. Step through. Warrior two with your legs. So back heel pivots down. And rise. Yeah, left toes directly forward, right toes directly to the right. Front heel either intersects your back arch or lines up with your back toes. And then feel into your hips. Again, try not to let your right hip bone just jut forward, but keep it pulling gently back. So pelvis is neutral while you allow your hips to open. Nice, Jane. Let your left knee track towards your pinky toe. So really press into the outer edges of your feet. Inhale into your reverse warrior. Front palm up, Reach up, reach back. Keep bending deeply into your left knee and imagine you're trying to pull your left ribs up away from your left hip. Yeah, and then breathe into that space. You can stay where you're at, or maybe you want to bring your right hand up, interlace your fingers, steeple your index fingers. Yeah, and then breathe into your left side. How much length can you create just by breathing bigger? Very nice. Beautiful, my friends. Take one more big inhale. Good job. And then back to your warrior two and set up for triangle. So straighten your front leg. And if you want, you can shorten your stance just a tiny bit. Like you're being pulled in opposite direction. So hips are being pulled back and you're reaching forward. So pull yourself apart. When you can't reach anymore, left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Make sure you don't close off and look down, but your heart is trying to look up. So let it. You can stay in triangle for as long as you want to, maybe the whole entire time. This is where you want to stay. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, work into your balancing half moon. Back foot will float up. Keep your back leg powerful, like you're karate kicking with your back leg and it got frozen in space. Heart open, hips open. If you want to move into Ardha Chandra Trikonasana, sugarcane pose, that bound variation, go for it. Your pose, your expression, your exploration. Maybe you're falling in and out a million times. Awesome. Meet yourself right there. Wherever you're at, 2 more breaths. Good job. See if you can land in star pose once again. So your right foot back and just take up space for a moment. From here, pivot your heels out a bit so that your feet are nice and parallel. This time, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. You might be pressing your palms, little bend in your elbows. Elbows are magnetized. Reach your hands back if you can. Lift your heart up if you want. Big, huge inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, all the way down, wide-legged fold. Without your hands on the ground, you have to find a connection to your center. So see if you can feel that. Again, try not to rock back into your heels, but slightly forward, toes, balls of your feet, lift your butt high, feel that connection, navel to spine. See if you can let your neck relax, crown of your head towards the ground, and then maybe even reach your knuckles higher. You can keep your hands clasped the entire time, or at any point, you're welcome to let that part go. You've got about 3-4 more rounds in your wide-legged fold. Really nice breath, you guys. So use your breath to feel, move your breath into those spaces that are tight, that feel stuck. See if you can find new space that you didn't even know was there. Last big full body breath. And then if you do have your fingers interlaced, hands to low back, release your clasp, halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground, inhale. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. So low lunge, and then 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up. Open your left hip once again. Stay here and hold, or flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind. Yes, heart forward, lift your hips, breathe down into your belly. Feel your back muscles squeeze around your spine. Awesome, Mason, good cat. Take one last round. ACC. And then back to regular down dog. Walk it out. Just feel right side versus left side. Is there a difference there? Maybe, maybe not. Feel all the energy flowing through. Nice. Let's take one last little flow. Big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, back of your neck long. Exhale, fold, let it go. Root through your feet all the way up. Arms reach, stretch tall. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, with your breath, inhale, reach up. This time, take a side body stretch of your choice. So feel free to take a different variation if you want, over to the right. Inhale back to center. And with your exhale, over to the left. Inhale back to center. One last standing back bend, cactus your arms, curl open, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, re-extend. And slow dive all the way down, fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you want to. See you back in downward facing dog. Nice job, beautiful awareness. Okay, from your dog pose, right leg high, inhale. And then pigeon pose. Bring your right shin to the top of your space. Set your body down gently. If you'd rather take this in a seater on your back, totally fine with me. Otherwise, set yourself up very intentionally. Front hip, just like in our crescent lunge, energetically pull your front hip back. So especially if you're somebody who has just naturally open hips, try not to just plop into it, but find what we call muscle energy, the integrity of the pose. Keep pulling your right hip back as you take your heart forward and down. I'll come around as you rest in your pigeon pose with a little essential oil spritz. If you don't want it near you, if you're allergic or anything like that, just give me a little raise of your hand real quick. Okay, thank you. So invitation to stay here. I know these moments especially are so tempting to go somewhere else, to figure something out, to use this time to be productive in some way. See if you can just stay in your body. See if you can allow yourself to just be simply with your breath, simply with the sensation, with your thoughts as they come and go. Anytime you want, open mouth sigh. Ah, yeah. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds here. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. What if you could soften through your heart space? What would that feel like? Good job, you guys. Slowly, end of your next exhale, begin to lift your upper body. And we're going to actually meet in a 3-legged tabletop position. So you'll kind of scoot your back knee forward, your hips will lift up, and then you can just unthread your right leg, take it back, give it a nice little shake out. After a few shakes, bend your knee and circle your right knee a few times through space. So imagine you've got a rolled up washcloth behind your right knee and you're trying to squeeze it. Flex through your foot, circle it out big as you can, fullest range of motion you can find. Everything else stays still, and then reverse your circles at any point. So all that mobility in your right hip, work it. Good job. Extend your right leg now just straight back, and then take your right toes off the left side of your yoga mat, push them into the ground, pull your hips to the right a little bit, gaze back over your left shoulder. Sometimes I like to walk my right hand forward or bend one or both elbows. Sometimes I even like to use my left heel to kind of dig into my right quad and give it a nice little massage. So you can get really creative, feel into it, maybe lean into it, maybe rock forward and back. One more breath. And then back to your tabletop. Back to downward facing dog. Walk it out in your down dog. If you want to move through your own little vinyasa real quick, feel free. Otherwise, take just a moment in your dog pose. Feel whatever's there. All right, inhale, nice chain your left leg to the sky. And then left shin, top of your mat, pigeon. Body comes down nice and easy. And we are very different on either side of our body. So if your body wants something different, maybe you want to take this side on your back or in a seat, totally fine. So intentionally set yourself up on this side. Left hip draws back energetically. So imagine you're just plugging the left femur bone into the hip socket. Yeah, nice. Good, Heather. And then whenever you're ready, you can start your bow forward. If there's a variation you want to work with, like a quad stretch in your right leg or anything like that, go for it. And just breathing intentionally, staying present. Staying with what's here, sensation, pulsation. Even your impulse to go somewhere else, notice that. Be with that. Welcome your boredom. Welcome your impatience. And just breathe. So we come to yoga not because every single moment of this practice is comfortable and fun, but because it's challenging, it's uncomfortable, and we're teaching our bodies, we're teaching ourselves to relax around discomfort, to be okay with it, to breathe into it, soften around it. So life is definitely not always comfortable. What we practice in here on our mat, that's what we want to take out there into the world. So when we're uncomfortable in life, we can breathe, we can find our center. We can still relax. We can respond rather than react. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Sigh it out your mouth anytime. And I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to guesstimate 1 or 2 more breaths. But when you feel pretty much even on both sides, start a slow transition up into that 3-legged tabletop position. So lift your upper body, scoot your back knee forward a little bit, then unthread your left leg. So your left leg will extend back, get a nice little shaky shake. And then after a few shakes, circle your knee through space. So bend in your knee, squeeze an invisible rolled up washcloth behind your knee. Like you're trying to wring it out. Flex through your toes And slow, intentional circles. So you're not trying to make the fastest, littlest circles you can. Big and slow, fullest range of motion you can find through your left hip. Reverse your circles at any point. Yeah, if there's something else that's calling to you, you want to bring your knee to your nose, anything like that, go for it. Eventually, left leg straight back. And then take your left toes off the right side of your yoga mat, push them into the ground, pull your hips left and gaze back over your right shoulder, look back at your toes. Again, you can lean into it. You can round a little, you can bend one or both elbows, maybe you even come down to one or both forearms. So how can you get something out of this pose? I don't know, you're the only one that can feel what's inside. So feel into it one last round. End of your exhale, nice job. Come back to tabletop. And you can choose one last down dog, or if you'd rather, just one last child's pose. If you do choose one last down dog, maybe you want to take one last vinyasa as well. Maybe you want to take one last vinyasa into a child's pose. So up to you, wherever you end up, take just a moment to breathe, to feel. Yeah. Just acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your body, the way it showed up for you. And then wherever you've chosen to be, meet on your hands and your knees. And then find your way onto your back, however you would like to get there. You can face whichever direction you want. Once you're on your back, draw your knees in and just take a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage against the ground. Thanks, Chris. And then eventually, supine spinal twist of your choice. Take your knees to the right, left arm out to the left. So maybe both knees just fall to the right. Maybe you want to extend your bottom leg or both legs. Maybe you want to cross your legs. So if there's any variation that calls to you in particular, feel free to go there. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. And send your breath all the way down into your belly. Give as much of your weight as possible to the ground, to the earth. Just a couple more rounds on this side. And slowly find your way back through center. Take a moment to neutralize, so maybe a little rock. Maybe you just give your knees a great big squeeze. And then other side, legs go left, right arm out to the right. Big, spacious breaths. Job, friends. Last couple rounds on this side. And then when you feel pretty even on both sides, back to center. Take a moment to neutralize. So again, maybe that little rock, maybe a big squeeze. And then eventually a happy baby. And you can take a moment to just kind of play in your happy baby rock. Extend one or both legs. Maybe you bring your legs together, almost like a plow or forward fold on your back. Maybe you bring your feet together, knees apart. And if there are any other poses, stretches, any last movements that you want to take to complete your own practice, go ahead, give yourself a few breaths, move through those. And then as you are ready, just slowly start your transition into your final relaxation. And as you settle in, just start to feel all your muscles soften. Start to let your breath become completely effortless. Let your eyes rest heavy in their sockets. And for these last few moments, just imagine the space inside of your body. Visualize it as a wide open space. And as I play my bowls, just allow the sounds, the frequencies to move through you, to wake up anything that needs to be woken up, to stir up anything that needs to be stirred up, and just to move through anything that's ready to be moved through, maybe let go of. Shavasana. Cure yourself with the light of the sun and the rays of the moon, with the sound of the river and the waterfall, with the swaying of the sea and the fluttering of the birds. Heal yourself with the mint and mint leaves, with neem and eucalyptus. Sweeten yourself with lavender, rosemary, and chamomile. Hug yourself with the cocoa bean and a touch of cinnamon. Put love in your tea instead of sugar and take it looking up at the stars. Heal yourself with the kisses that the wind gives you and the hugs of the rain. Get strong with bare feet on the ground and everything that is born from it. Get smarter every day by listening to your intuition, looking at the world with the eye of your forehead. Jump, dance, sing so that you live happier. Heal yourself with beautiful love. And always remember, you are the medicine. Take a deep breath in. And big exhale, just let it go. Bring gentle movement into your fingers, toes. Maybe give yourself a temple massage, jaw massage. Maybe you want to rub your hands together. And then eventually find your way into fetal position. Just take one last moment to rest there, to really let everything settle inside of you. And then using your arm strength, ease your way up into a seated position, seated meditation, facing forward once again. So just right back where we began. And as you come into your seated meditation, notice how you feel. Does anything feel even just a little bit different than the very beginning? Has anything shifted physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically? Take one last moment to bow your head to your own heart and just acknowledge yourself for being here, for showing up, for taking the time to do your practice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Glad you could join. Talk to you later. All right, friends. Thank you so much.